Doesn't care about the money, she could be with anybody. Ain't it funny how the honey wanted you all alone? You're ripping up the dance floor, honey. You shake your ass around for everyone. I love the way you dance with anybody and tease them all by sucking on your thumb. You're so much cooler when you never pull it out, 'cause you look so much cuter with something in your mouth. Crafty little lip tricks, tattoos on her left. If she's bending as you're spending, there's no end to it. So baby, come on. Dressed up like a princess, betting at a
Yes! Roshan!
And completing this lineup here as team number 6.
You're ripping up the dance floor, honey. You shake your ass around for everyone. I love the way you dance with anybody and tease them all by sucking on your thumb. You're so much cooler when you never pull it out, 'cause you look so much cuter with something in your mouth. She loves the night scene, bar queen, just living for the fun, taking over every dance floor like she's the only one. In the spotlight all night, kissing everyone, and try to look so innocent while sucking on her thumb.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most dangerous species in a forest is a wounded tiger, is what I told I think a year ago. A year later, after a couple of defeats, they come back in true style. Pallikoodam from Kochi. Put your hands together. We'll take a look at the final scorecard on the scratch pad. This battle is far from over though. What a fight you witnessed here today. St. Thomas Central on 30. Harishri Vidyanidhi going for that second spot into 35 with that -5. Finishing runner-up here today with a very, very brave comeback. But they're going to keep telling themselves on their travel back to Trivandrum, Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness would have got them to 50 points along with Pallikoodam. Probably they would have actually been leading, which means Pallikoodam may not have necessarily pushed those 2 buzzers the way they did, because quizzing is like cricket. It's a different issue when you're chasing a score. It's a different issue when you're the one who's leading by a fraction. But at the end of it all, I don't know how one would put it, but if I were to take the total scores of all the 6 teams, which means total points scored from all questions asked, I have a feeling Cochin would have done better than any other city in India. So. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Truly, truly powerful performance by the teams on stage. Well, it's you're rather young here today, but the moral of the story is perhaps a little simple. It's been happening for the last 100 odd years in this country. At the end of the day, it's a very simple moral. It's always profitable to invest in a Tata company. They came prepared on the TCS round. That's what made them win. Well, it's probably a very young lesson for you company, it gives you returns even in a quiz competition. That's a super evidence here. Those two questions and the way they cracked it. I mean, I personally think the question they cracked on software for hospitality, hospitals, and very well prepared. I think they came outstandingly prepared, especially on that round. For the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with the lucky draw here. Technically, the only prizes that you win without answering any quiz questions.
When is that draw?
You'll get that to happen so often. And shade better prepared than the others. They came prepared, no doubt about it. The other teams also probably came a little better prepared. The more prepared you are, the lesser the mistakes you make. They're going to keep ruining their madness, and that was madness, a moment of madness for them. But putting no foot in the wrong place. Playing not just good quizzing in terms of answering, but the calculated way in which they went about doing this was absolutely clinical. For a young team, it was absolute precision performance at this final. Ladies and gentlemen, Pallikoodam, Kochi. The champions! Of this quiz. How you're going to take that back is a different question.
Yeah, Roshan!
You can just come into the lights here. Both of you. He's already arranging all of it. And ladies and gentlemen, the championship trophy to these two young men. Put your hands together as they receive. Put your hands together, Kerala. Oh, he's got a statement here which probably underlines. It happens in a place like this. Sometimes you wake up late, it's all right. Okay. You know what? He probably feels a lot for this. He's in 12th standard. He comes to me and he says, you said it right. Wounded tiger waited for 5 years. 5 years. You've taken all 5 years. You've taken part from 8th standard. How many finals?
3.
3 finals. And you lost all of them before this?
2nd, 6th and now 1st.
2nd, 6th and now 1st. Well, ladies and gentlemen, but in his case, this trophy is perhaps not for performance today, but for perseverance. 5 years of relentless pursuit. His moment of glory finally comes in 12th standard. One day he'll show this photograph to probably his children 20 years from now and say, hey kids, it takes 5 years of effort to reach one moment of glory. Learn your lessons the hard way. But for the moment, an outstanding victory. By Pallikoodam Kochi. Hats off to you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our two guests. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us here today. It's a pleasure to have had you and to you having put up a fascinating show this year. The young team from Kerala. Put your hands together for them. A fascinating effort by them.
Got to meet the honey
താരകനിലാവ് ഒരു സാന്ത്വനം ഒരു സാന്ത്വനം ഇന്നെവിടെയാ മൊഴികൾ ഇനി എവിടെ സൂര്യമുഖം ഇനിയൊരു പുതിയ മുഖം പുതിയ മുഖം ഇനിയൊരു പുതിയ മുഖം യോ യോ
With the pretty pink thong, every sugar daddy hitting on her all night long. Doesn't care about the money, she could be with anybody, ain't it funny? I'm a honey, wanted you all along.